How many of you guys actually has taken my affiliate accelerator live class before? With your hands? Awesome. Great. Great. So do you remember there was a part in my class where I told you guys about whatever you focus on, you pretty much, you repeat that cycle, you get more of that, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So I want to tell you guys a quick story. And in fact, last week, what did we talk about? Do you guys remember? Normalizing what?
Success.
That's what we spoke about last week, normalizing success. And how did we say that we're going to go about normalizing success? What was the three C's?
I
Perspective,
wrote it down.
location,
Committed.
Conviction.
Commitment,
Conviction,
conviction,
yeah.
and
strong class.
Consistency.
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 And conviction.
Mhm.
And commitment.
Yeah. Being committed, being consistent, having conviction.
Right? So to normalize success, we need to have commitment to ourselves, right? We have to have a commitment. Then we need to have a level of consistency, and then we'd also need to have conviction. Can we agree with that? Yeah?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this week, what we're going to talk about is how we use commitment to our own disadvantage. You guys are hearing normalizing success. How many of you guys feel like you have not been normalizing success? With your hands. And quite frankly, just by definition, if you haven't been normalizing success, what have you been normalizing? Type it in the chat. Just by definition, if you have not been normalizing success, what have you been normalizing, right? Normalizing failure, okay? Would you guys appreciate if I were to spend some time and show you guys how to not normalize failure? Would you guys like that? Yeah? All right, so we'll cover that, okay? I want to tell you guys a story. Can I start off with a story? So my year so far, let's look at this. So do you remember in the Affiliate Accelerator Live class where I told you guys about rule number 3, right? How many of you guys remember rule number 3, right? How many of you guys remember rule number 3? Give me a thumbs up or wiggle your hands, all right? So you guys should all remember rule number 3. So check this out. This is another exercise that I did. I'm not able to do with every single class. I wasn't able to do with this class last week. However, actually, I was able to do with this class, actually. So let's look at something. And this is for everyone. This year, a close family friend of mine's died. His funeral was Sunday, Monday. And this person, when I used to be homeless, this person actually used to help me out. Family friend, right? He would give me sometimes like cash, $10 here, $10 there. There was one time I had to get transported to the airport or something like that. And he would go out of his way to make sure that I was okay. Really fucking cool guy. How do you think I'm going to feel if I start focusing on those things? If I start allowing myself to dig into those feelings and feel those feelings, how do you think I'm going to start feeling? Type it in the chat. Depressed, sad, bad, badly, extremely low, depressed, negative, sad. I'm going to feel fucked up, anxious. I'm going to feel miserable, anxious. Okay, very good. Down and out, sorry for myself, distracted. Okay, I think we're getting to my point without me getting to my point. Lazy, distracted, shitty. Okay, cool, very good. Absolutely amazing. Theoretically, I can sit down, and I've seen so many people do it. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me if you guys ever heard this before. This is the worst year ever. Can this year get any worse? The year just started. What the heck? Can things get any worse? How many guys ever heard stuff like that? Either said it, heard other people said it, sometimes even thought about it. What am I committing to? If that is narrative that I am telling myself and that story, what am I committing to? If today is January the fucking 7th, today is January the 7th, and some fucked up shit happened in the first 7 days of the week, and I'm sitting down feeling sorry for myself, saying, oh, things can't get any fucking worse. The year just started, and it's already a fucking shit show. What am I committing to? Type the answers in the chat. What am I committing to? What am I committing to? I see people do this every fucking year. Every fucking, type in the chat as well. If you are a suspect, what's the opposite of a victim? You are a culprit. You are a suspect. If you are a motherfucker that does this shit, type in the chat, this is me. I do this. Awesome, awesome, yes. Okay, yeah, if you are the fucking attacker, right? Type in the chat. I'm the one that does that. So I've heard that from negative Karens, failure, or worse year, failure. You're throwing this negative out in the universe, failure, future, failure, negativity, shitty year, negative failure. Great. So you guys are already seeing what we're committing to. And again, I want every one of you guys that said, this is me. I want you guys to take note because we're not done yet. This may be a little bit long of a class, and I apologize for that. Because we're not done yet. There's something I want to touch base on, and I need to cover this so that other stuff makes sense. It's the first 7 days of the year as well. And I was speaking with Trang, and for the first time in a long time or in a while, our company haven't hit $22,000 in a day. So how does that sound? How does that sound to you? I'm speaking to Trang. I'm super fucking excited that the company made $22,000 in a single day. Suspicious? Ophelia, you fucking on drugs? Suspicious? I'm suspicious why it's fucking not higher. Let's double that shit. Suspicious. The fuck? I made $22,000 in a day. How do I feel? How do I feel? What do you think? Before we even get into what I'm going to commit to, how do you think, or not even how do you think I think, what do you think my focus for the next 12 months will be? Type it in the chat. I made $22,000 in 1 day. I'm celebrating. I'm excited. This thing happened. That thing's happening. What do you think my focus for the year will be? Type it in the chat. All right. Commit, staying committed, focus on surpassing 20K, being more committed to make more money, committing, breaking records. Absolutely, Lori. Great. Breaking records, gratitude and getting more results, to double that each passing month, to 10x it. What do you think at this level? What do you think I'm committing to for my fucking year at this point? What do you think I'm committing to at this point? I'm committing to be successful to 2024. I'm committing to success. I'm going to be successful. It's the best fucking year ever. We made $22,000 in 1 day out the fucking gate. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking crush it. Fuck that. 22K in 1 fucking day. Let's go for fucking $50,000 next fucking week in a day. Where am I more inspired? When I'm thinking about the things I'm grateful for or the things I'm not so happy about? Where is my inspiration coming from? Gratitude, grateful, proud mindset, every single awesome, not positive mindset, being grateful. Okay, great, awesome. By being grateful, allowed me to have a lot more. Showing appreciation allowed me to have a lot more. And by showing appreciation, by default, right? By default, I had to commit to something, correct or incorrect. But it also works in the opposite. By not showing appreciation, by default, I am also committing to something. Oh, fuck that. I need you guys to write that down. I just had this mental map in my head just now. I can draw it out on the whiteboard behind me. I won't draw on the whiteboard. I'll draw it on the table in front of me. Guys, do this right now. Do this right now. Right now. You're going to draw a T-chart, right? A T-chart. So you have a T-chart, boom. On top of it, you're going to title it, What Am I Committed To? Left-hand side is going to be greatness. The right-hand side is going to be not so greatness. What are you committed to? And what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to jot down 3 things that is taking up your time, your energy, your emotions, your feelings, just 3 things. I'm stressed because I got this thing going on with school right now. Oh, I just had this death in my family. I'm bugged out right now. Write those things down. And then when you write them down, ask that question from the top again. What am I committing to by paying attention to this thing? Do you guys understand the assignment or no? I think this is fucking sexy. Jason, I'll use you as an example. Jason, what's going on with you right now? First 7 days of the year. What's up?
Things are going good, getting back on track.
Okay, tell me more. What's been going on?
Being
What
more
have you been doing?
committed
What's
and getting refocused and put my attention back into things.
okay? Tell me more. What has been going great for you? Because that right now you're just talking. What has been going great for you?
A lot of things have been going great now that I've been refocused on the gratitude and not worried about the things that I was worrying about before and shifting my attention back to where it needed to be. And yeah, like just life in general is great again. It's a lot of things have been going well and readjusting the
So
energy.
Jason, all right, so Jason, you're just fucking saying a lot of things are going well. You're not actually fucking telling us what the fuck is going well. So I'll just choose something for you so that we can get moving on with this thing, right? Great. Something that's going well with me right now is I've been feeling really good about my work this past week. And I'm so confident in pretty much what the outcome is going to be. I feel extremely confident. That's something to be appreciative for, correct?
Yes.
All right. With that statement, what am I committing to? What am I committing to?
Success and being focusing on the gratitude and being grateful and focusing on the success.
Absolutely. But Jason, right now you said that you changed. Absolutely amazing. Great. Now then let's use another example. Tell me about what you were focusing on 2-3 months ago.
A bunch of crap that wasn't
Jason,
things
I
that
need you to
things that
tell
weren't.
me what it is.
I was allowing my emotions to affect a lot of things and focusing on things that I had no control over.
Okay. You still didn't fucking say anything, but whatever. This thing happened. I felt someone was taking control over something and my voice had meant nothing to the company. And I felt I was being unheard, right? That is also another focus, correct? But what would Jason be committing to? What would Jason be committing to? If that is his focus, if that is a story that he is saying to himself, that he's telling himself, what is he committing to? Type the answer in the chat. What do you guys think Jason would be committing to? Negativity, victim mentality. That's a nice one, Lewis, right? Negative mindset, discontent. Lucy, fuck. Going of course, everything negative. Victim mindset, unhappiness, derailed, distractions, negativity, misery, problems, right? Depression, not focused. Jason, looking at these things in the chat, how does it make you feel?
I don't worry about it now because I'm not focusing on what has happened in the past. I'm focusing on the present and what I can move towards. But all of those things are very truthful. I did feel many of those things at that time.
Imagine that. You guys are telling him how he fucking felt. What is it that you guys want? Do you guys want to normalize success or normalize failures? Do you want to normalize success or normalize failures? Covered this one thing, and this is the thing that I really want to touch base on. Great. For me to normalize success, I need to be committed to something. Correct or incorrect? You cannot be successful if you're not committed to anything. If you have no target, how would you be successful? Can you guys agree with me on that? Okay, great. And the coolest thing about normalizing failures is because I don't really have to be committed to anything. And I could fail. In fact, I could even be committed to the wrong thing, and I'll fail as well. How do I know the difference? How many of you guys feel like you've been repeating the same mistakes over and over, normalizing failures? With your hands. How many of you guys honestly feel, fuck you, Junior, I cannot be fucking trusted to make my own decisions. I've failed enough. And if you leave it up to me, guess what? I'll fucking keep failing. How many of you guys feel like that? With your hands? Absolutely. Because the truth of the matter is you absolutely will. You cannot change yourself. There is something like we covered called hypnotic rhythm. I think you guys were reading about that in book club, right? Are you guys reading that in book club? No, not yet. Right? There's something called hypnotic rhythm, right? Where you have a default. How many of you guys are naturally default? Skepticism, doubt. Wiggle your hands. Be honest. Naturally. Wiggle your hands. Yeah. And you know, so funny, Kristen, sweetheart. You know you don't want to be fucking skeptical no more, but fuck, you just can't help it, huh? Can ya?
No, the demons set in and sometimes you listen.
So you know that you're skeptical, you just can't stop it. And because you can't stop it, then you're continuing to normalizing your failures. Because then you're committing to what you don't want, correct?
Correct.
So how the fuck do we stop this? Because then now it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, correct or correct?
Yes.
How do we stop this? How do we stop this? How many of you guys would love to know how to stop this?
Most definitely.
Guys, just think about it. If you learn how to stop this one thing, type in the chat, how much would your life change? If you can start seeing situations as the positives. You see the positive in every situation, which opens you up to opportunities. How much would that change your life? How many of you guys feel like that information is priceless information? It's information that shit, I'd probably be willing to pay. How many of you guys would be willing to pay? Fuck that. Type in the chat. How many of you guys will be willing to pay money to get the answer to how we can eradicate our hypnotic rhythm, our negative hypnotic rhythm? How many of you guys are willing to pay money? Type in the chat. Yes, me. I will take my cash, take my credit card, take my wallet, take everything, Junior. Awesome. So you know what I'm going to do? I was going to create an offer for you guys and sell you guys this for $1,997. It's training that we've been working on. Because I like you guys and you guys are a part of my community, I figured, why don't I just sell this training for $997? But then I see Ophelia smile just now, and I was like, I can't charge you guys. Ophelia, she just has such a fucking beautiful smile. I can't charge you guys. So I have to give you guys information for free. How many of you guys want the information for free? For information? Yeah? I want you guys to pull out a pen and a paper. A pen and a paper, something, or your phone, your notes, something where you're going to be able to look back at this paper because this paper is important to you. I want you to write January 15th, 2024, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, quotation marks, how my hypnotic rhythm affects my commitments. How my hypnotic rhythm affects my commitments. That's going to be the topic for next week's class. You guys are all invited to come to the class. It's going to be 100% for free. I'm not going to charge you guys for shit. You guys can thank Ophelia for having that beautiful smile of hers. And guys, I hope you guys appreciate this class.